Hi, it's Pamela. In this tutorial, we're going to explore how to use custom whiteboard backgrounds in Doodly.
Hey, and welcome to the official Doodly YouTube channel. If you enjoy our content, please click the like and subscribe button below. Now let's get straight to the video.
Using a unique background can give your video a polished, professional feel and help you better connect with your audience. Whether you're creating educational content, promotions, or announcements, having the right setting sets the tone. Today we're going to pretend we're making a back-to-school video for a fictional school called Acme Academy. We want the background to look like a classroom whiteboard, and I'll show you a few ways that we can do that. I want to talk about the backgrounds real quick for a moment. These are different than photos that I've uploaded. You notice this is the only asset in the scene. So this is actually a true background. For example, if I start a new scene, it puts the background in, okay? And if you look at it, the transitions between each scene, the background stays static and then the assets swipe away. So watch. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. So let's go ahead and start from scratch. First thing we could do is use the built-in options. So a couple things we could do. So you go down to settings down here in the lower left, background style. So we've got the plain whiteboard. We could do a chalkboard, which would be good for back to school, or we could do a green chalkboard, and then the glass board where the hand is flipped. So you just select whichever one you'd like, and that changes it. So let's say we were going to put something here. Let's just put some text. That's what it looks like. And again, if you add new scenes, it's a true background. These are great, but what if you wanted, like the little shelf here with the chalk and the eraser on it? Well, you could do the other option number 2, which is go to a stock photography site, such as FreePic or Pixabay or Pexels or any one of those, and just type in whiteboard. So I've got a bunch here. This might be good. Let's go with this one. You could upload it as a prop, but what I recommend is making it a true background, just like this. So go to settings, and instead of choosing one of these, choose custom. And here you can set a custom color, which is the default option, but right here, custom image. Browse file. So here's my image. You'll see it's not fitting properly into my little viewfinder area here. So let's adjust that. And that looks perfect. And now we have a new background. Now, if we'd like, we can go ahead and start our video here. And I'm going to upload the logo. So go to props, hit the little blue and white plus sign, browse for your file or drag and drop it. And here's our logo. Okay, so that looks fine. Let's go ahead and add our voiceover. I did do it in Talkia software, so it is AI generated. Since Talkia is part of the Doodly Cloud family, I can click here and let all of my Talkia projects load, and then I'll drag and drop it. And here are all my projects. And you'll see right here, Acme Academy. And I'm just going to drag and drop it into place. And there it is. Okay, so that looks fine. And then of course we would continue on with a new scene. And then here we would continue with the new programs, writing things like the science program, maybe put a chemistry set or something like that. But today's video isn't about how to create a complete Doodly video. It's about your custom backgrounds. So let's go back. We've gone over using the default options and then importing your own custom graphic from a stock photo site. Now, what if we wanted to create our own image to use instead of this using AI? So let's go to ChatGPT and we'll let ChatGPT create something for us. So let's tell it what we want. Let's see what we get. All right, this is perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and download it. We'll go back into Doodly. We'll go to Settings, Custom, Custom Image, Browse File. Here it is. And let's see. Aspect ratio is not quite perfect. So what we can do is change the video aspect ratio to match, okay? So we're going to cancel that. I'm going to go to my downloads. I'm going to look at this image. It's 1536 by 1024. And that'll be fine. I can change the video to match, so bear with me. Go to Settings. Here under Resolution, choose Custom. Unlock it. And let's type that in. 1536 by 1024. Now, go to Settings, Background Style Custom, Background Custom Image, Browse File. We'll try it again. And that's perfect. Now, changing the resolution to a custom resolution, in general, it's fine if you're putting the video on your website, on a social media site, and so forth. If you're putting it where you're going to broadcast it on TV and it has to be a certain aspect ratio, then no, you don't want to mess with it. But for our purposes, this is fine. Okay, so here we go. Now my text, let's go back to this scene. My text is white, so we need to change that. So go to your little gear icon. We can just turn invert on. And then same with this. Gear icon, invert on. Probably want to get a little smaller. You may notice it has kind of a chalkboard look, a little texture to the font. Why is that? Well, remember when I showed you the Blackboard, the Doodly built-in option with the Blackboard? That added the texture to our font when we did that. So I'm going to leave it because I like it. So now let's take a look.
Welcome back to Acme Academy. As we kick off a brand new school year, we're excited to welcome students, families, and staff to a place where learning comes alive.
As you can see, changing the background gives your video a different look and feel. I hope this gives you some ideas. Thank you for watching.